You land headfirst on the cold, hard grounds of a Planned Parenthood clinic in Mexico, where your mom had kids whack her like a piñata with high hopes that the outcome would be different. Your birth was a miraculous one, not the kind of miracle Jesus would take credit for, but a miracle is a miracle. Moments after, a nurse walks in with shears to snip your lifeline and another with a leaf blower to, clean you up. You didn't get the warm bath you needed as a newborn. Your mom had to quickly make it back to America, but you'd be fine. Unfortunately, it won't be the most careless and disappointing thing she would do to you. What's ahead of you is way worse than not having a few minutes of warm water and baby soap run through your freshly launched skin. Just like your questionable entrance into the world, your entire childhood wasn't exactly a highlight reel of happy memories either. You grow up and experience your first toothache, a painful milestone for most kids, but your mom isn't exactly Mother of the Year, so she responds by hurling a bottle of whiskey at you. Child abuse or an unconventional home remedy? Hard to say, but one thing's for sure, it definitely stopped you from complaining. And maybe it was a little bit of both, because a few decades later, history repeats itself and you decide to pass on this family tradition to your own kid. And well, let's just say it did not work. Your mom was also always too busy to take care of you and too broke to afford a babysitter. So she had a radio possessed by the ghost of the former owner of the house watch after you. Sure, it wasn't exactly a responsible decision, but hey, it saved her a few bucks and surprisingly kept you mostly out of trouble. But she wasn't entirely a bad mom. She at least taught you to not talk to strangers. So one day when a mysterious candy van rolled up and the driver said, "Hey kid, get in my van and I'll give you some candy," you stood your ground, puffed out your little chest and proudly said, "No." Smart choice. Sadly, another kid followed him into that same van and won a lifetime supply of candy. You cried. So the next time a candy van pulled up, you hopped in, ready to claim your sugary jackpot. But there was no candy, and you only ended up becoming a victim of a PDF file. And then you realized that your life isn't going to be so easy. You're damned if you do, and damned if you don't. Great. Fast forward a few decades and a lifetime of questionable decisions later, and well, you haven't changed much. Yeah, you've packed on a few extra pounds, enough to develop your own gravitational pull, but other than that, you're still the same guy in the same town making the same dumb choices. You married the girl you met when you were 18, and somehow that was your greatest achievement. No one understands how you ended up with her. She's way above your league. You had 3 kids with her, but unsurprisingly, all that childhood trauma didn't exactly shape you into Father of the Year. Your firstborn son is basically a younger, slightly less stupid version of you. Your daughter? Oh, she despises you for all the ways you ruined her life, but nobody really likes her anyway, so you get a free pass on that one. Your youngest? An evil genius toddler who hates your guts, has attempted to eliminate you multiple times. And yeah, you own a talking dog that tries to steal your wife at any opportunity he gets. Not a great family dynamic, but it's whatever to you. The head drop at childbirth did a number on you. You finally graduated 4th grade in your 30s, and that didn't land you the high-paying job you need to take care of your family. But your wife's quite the hard worker, so the family's doing just fine. Your lack of education, talent, and general competence landed you in a never-ending cycle of employment struggles. Too stupid to be hired, too dumb to keep a job. Your resume reads more like a crime scene report than a list of accomplishments. So you spend most of your days at the Pawtucket Brewery with 3 friends who are doing better than you, arguing. One's a pervert who dated your daughter and has an unhealthy crush on your wife. Another is a handicapped cop whose wife hates him more than your wife hates you, which is saying something. And the last one, he doesn't say or do much, but at least he has a happy, functional family, which is basically a superpower in your friend group. You know what? Scratch that. All 4 of you are pretty much train wrecks. You are just the worst in the bunch, considering your whole life is a joke. Misery really does love company. Nobody respects you. So you spend all your life doing dumb stuff that puts your family in trouble, especially your wife, who has to clean up your mess every single time.